All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another edition or another episode of Musings. Having so much fun, I gotta say. Like, this is, except for what I just did. So, the reason that this one's gonna be a little later than the other ones, because I was on a roll doing like two at a time per hour and all that. Actually, my tools are pretty healed up, but I did realize or come to the conclusion that even if we leave this stuff and we add some depth to it, because we're gonna be covering everything with dirt, that's probably fine. I mean, or I could clear it out. I don't know. It's not a big deal, but either way, I do need more dirt. The trees are coming in nicely. I need to find another cow. And actually, now that I have the fences, I could put in a gate, and then the llamas don't have to be tied down. So, but I think if a wolf spawns, they're kind of dead anyway. So, let me put a. We should have a hodgepodge. Like, so this is like, yeah. This can be the hodgepodge for now. I mean, at least we have like cobblestone here. That, uh, yeah, we really did fill it up, and we were only clearing out, mind you, like just the top of Memorial Island. Like, oh yeah, and we did just have Memorial Day not too long ago, or it feels like yesterday, and we're already in what June, Ugh, middle of June, Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Sorry, I don't know if I said that, but um, it is a really happy day, and I had to look it up to. Actually, no, my work actually put out a message, kind of let us know. They do that. It's awesome. They give us um, information about goings-ons. So, did you know stuff like that? I mean, which is awesome because I did not know. Juneteenth is to celebrate the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation, or at least the freeing of the slaves. I think, right? Actually, no. As I say that, 2 minutes in, I forgot to do the alarm, of course. But I did test my audio. 550. Okay, so 28 minutes for now with the 2 minute. Yeah. All right. No, because what happened is that I did a Python coding video and it's wonderful, but now um, I'm going to have to do a React video of it or redo it, which it's kind of annoying because it's like doing a take two of a live coding demonstration. Like, and it, and I can't pretend like I don't even saying that, like, I think I'm just gonna have to do it again, and I'll just say that, or maybe do a different challenge. But I basically did the Sudoku validation checker, or yeah, the answer validator, or the solution validator, whatever you want to call it. It is an orange, and I agree with that, they have it demoted to an orange, because I saw in there that they also retired some other challenges that I did. So, and granted, I did all the low hanging fruit that I could. Actually, let's see. What do I need to? Let's heal the shovel because I need a bunch of dirt. So, yeah. And then I can change all this copper into 41 blocks. That's it. We can throw that in our valuables. And then we can just drop this in whichever one's not being used. And it has a full amount. Nice. And at 42. So I chuckle at 42, not because it's like any stoner thing, but Douglas Adams, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, he said that 42 is the answer to the meaning of life. And I chuckle because 42 in ASCII speak, or numerical value for characters, is the star. So the star or the asterisk means everything. It's a wild card in regex, meaning everything. So when you're trying to match patterns, like say you're doing some system admin stuff in a Linux system, which, my nerdy self loves to do, but is not very good at. I mean, granted, I'm not alone. Like my actual professional thing, I'm on a team. Same with like, I mean, granted, I was like the only developer for the warehouse team at this one place, but oh wait, we have some more wheat. But and I admit I wasn't performing to their needs. I didn't even know what I was supposed to be doing. Like I was so confused. Oh yeah, and hungover a lot, but mostly confused. And then that was like a self-fulfilling cycle because like the stress and anxiety from not being able to do a good job or perform well, And then even when they say like I don't know, because a lot of it was like troubleshooting, and it was like organized chaos of IT troubleshooting. And like the better you got at it, like I'd probably do a lot better now. But this was like fresh out of college. Like I had no professional experience about IT troubleshooting. Now I had done some things like but at the same time, I had struggled just as much as anyone when installing my own dial-up internet. Like that was, or for my family, but still, it was like 6 hours on the phone. Like the poor guy was like crying almost. I could imagine. On the other hand, like just please, this idiot just can't understand. Like, and it's fine. I was a country bumpkin from up in the hills. Like my bad. Like, but we got it working. And anyway, it was fun, and that's actually kind of like traumatizing to me. Like even now, when I mess with network stuff, like just setting the default gateway, which is like your router, and just making sure that it's pointing the correct place, and there's plenty of instructions about that. And usually with an ISP or an internet service provider, at least here in America, I mean that's why we got to help the rest of the world kind of make it a standard, but you need to help the end user set up their defaults. Like, I mean, because almost nobody uses the default password for routers anymore in the US. We just don't. I mean, we figured out that was a vulnerability long ago, and it was pretty much like overnight. It's like, oh, yep, we don't do that anymore. I mean, we still have the default password, but then, like, the person, if they're installing it, now, see, that's where you get into trouble. So if you're not the person, although, yeah, so you got to be careful. And so this is a word of caution. Oh, hold on. If you get your router or any piece of your network equipment secondhand and you do a factory reset, be aware or be mindful that that makes it the default password. So that imposes a security risk. So when I say, ISPs, and also now we have that as well, like a very cool mohawk for our furnace. Anyways, it is a security risk to not change the admin password immediately on any piece of equipment. Like, and it gets more serious if it's network equipment. But I mean, if it's your toaster, like change the default password. I mean, figure out how to do it. If it does that sort of thing, I mean, it might not do that sort of thing, but if it does, also, I don't think I'm done with that row, but I can already do this one because it's alternating between potato and wheat. And I'm thinking, I like how you can just jump in here. It's a little taller, but I need more iron. And did I have a lead? Oh yeah, I was gonna make a gate so then I can unchain the llamas. Just have them hanging out in there. Which is, I need sticks and these and this and sticks. So we'll do one more stick and then. Oh, I do have sticks. Never mind. I wasn't even looking. That's a funny thing too when I'm watching these things. It's just like I notice things I'm just oblivious of. And where's our? Whatever. We're gonna put beef in there. We do have that. So item frames. That doesn't matter if we have like combined things. Oh yeah, side benefit of having llamas. Well, let's see. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna get more, but at least now, even though it's kind of silly because I kind of remember these the easiest, but whatever. It's already done. So now I have cobblestone, gravel, hodgepodge, cherry blossom, and that. See, this is kind of hodgepodge too. I mean, come to think of it. So maybe what I should do is take that and take this. Do that and this. Oops. That and this. There, cherry blossom. Okay, and we have a stack and all that. And we've quite the tree cover too. So we do need some more dirt. Let's go ahead and do that. I mean, the shovel is pretty healed, but I mean, actually, we do still have some copper, so let's go ahead and keep healing the shovel. And that's why it's a good idea to have a mine too, because then, yeah. That's pretty good. So we'll go, let's see, on the map, it's back this way. Oh wait, we need a boat. So let's go to the valuables, take the boat back. Go back to this hodgepodge, throw all the plants in here. Oh, and actually while we're at it, oh, whoops. Switch this out for this and this. Let's also convert that. Go back in here. Okay. Hodgepodge. Get rid of the wool. Do the gate before we get too far. We can also get a cow so we can start breeding cows. Oh, I went all the way back around. Okay. Alright. Now you're free to wander around, but although I'm a little worried. Actually, let's go ahead and... Oops. Oh, no! That's so dumb. That's so bad. Alright, I need to get... jeez. We need to just put the levers somewhere. Or just burn them, I don't know, because... Torches. Levers are down... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? The levers are banished to a weird chest somewhere else. And actually, so they're banished. Those are the levers. And because every time I think that I see a torch, I'm going to just think, oh, because look at the torches. There's 2 stripes, 3 stripes. The lever has 2 visible stripes. So that actually kind of makes sense. But then what they look like... See, do they have 2 stripes on the lever? Well, kinda. See, it looks like more like one. I don't know. That seems like a single versus what the torch looks like now. But anyways, my point being, if I do ever switch this out to peaceful, let's at least protect the llamas. I mean, we can't do anything about the wolves if they spawn in there. And I don't know how to block wolves from spawning, but... And then what I was just going to do in there... is put them on these things. Maybe like one there. I don't know. Anyways. So that's that. Let's get some dirt, and then we can do some mining. Oh, but yeah, the coding program, it was fun. I mean, and I was figuring out a lot of things. We passed the first test case for the Sudoku solution validator. Basically, I started off the algorithm with it checked to see if the occurrence or the count of each item in each row, so each number in like the first row, only had a frequency of 1. So, oh, whoops, we got to do this for boat. We'll just get some dirt. We don't need to go crazy. I mean, like 10 stacks is plenty. As you can see on the map over there, we're slowly moving. Oh, this could be... I guess it's not that bad, because I think that's that island that you see on the map there. Ooh. Oh, I was wondering if I was going to make that. And no. And actually, funny story. Not so funny for the kid, but I was there that day that a kid tried to jump off the 3rd floor of a Rams Village building into the pool. And I was a resident at Rams Village at the pool party, and the pool was shut down for that entire summer. We were all livid. Like, I mean, we were worried about his safety at the time because, you know, we just saw this kid fall and crumble and all this, but yeah, we're just going to take all the dirt from this island, and then we'll go to the mainland. And if we so see fit, we'll retroactively terraform this one too. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, the kid, like, he was drunk and everyone was having a good time being all drunk and just trying not to, like, like throw up in the pool and stuff. And like, let alone, like, there's this kid trying to show off, trying to get a mate. Like, I was joking a couple episodes back about how we kind of judge ourselves for being silly around, like, a potential mate, but then we see like or like, no, sorry, it's just a little backwards. We see the animals like do these dances. So I'm specifically thinking about this spider that gets all like flashy with like colors and stuff. It's all colorful, or it wears like a little water droplet as a hat. Anyways, it tries to impress a mate, or the birds use the mating calls, which then bird watchers also use to get them to come out and so they can see them. Anyways, uh, yeah, humans are animals. I mean, we're organisms, we're life forms. It's natural, so. Anything I was comparing it to Bollywood and just how like and then high populations and like also high land masses too, because like India, China, and the U.S. like we both kind of had like we've all had some like population explosions, and for good reason. Like we've had organized politics and religion and societies for those groups. Okay, yeah, actually I am gonna leave that, whatever. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Because I was gonna do that, but for the other island, so I'll just keep a stash. Anyways, um, but yeah, I'm just pointing out that like in Russia too. I mean, I don't know what their population is like, but they definitely have a lot of landmass. But then at the same time, it's not very inhabitable. Like I'm just, I mean, I haven't been to a lot of it, but just seeing the temperatures, and I've seen maps where they say I think I've seen like population density maps, and similar to Canada, where it's like you get to a certain point far north and it's just unbearable, or uh, it's at least like the people there really have to be there, or like we pay people to live in Alaska. And so, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna rob a lot of this dirt. Anyways, yeah, I don't even know where we were ranting with all that. Let's see. So for this, we're just gonna keep terraforming Memorial Island, and then oh yeah, the Sudoku validation checker. It's a really fun algorithm because yeah, you have to test the three conditions of a Sudoku puzzle, every row, every column, and I was muted the whole time, or something wasn't recording audio, or something, or wasn't using the correct audio input device, and so yeah. But I mean, I'm probably just gonna re-record it because I'd rather do that than try to, because I would have to basically listen to it and then re-record an audio to place over it. So I could do that just to preserve the integrity of being my first time, or I could just simply say, hey, I did this, I messed up, this is take two, and this is where I got, and then actually just do the simplified version. But it is kind of cool to see, like, my thought process, like how, that's why I like the Twitch streams with the code clashes, because you could see, like, I would talk about it, and I wasn't really vocal, actually. I mean, as vocal as I do with, like, the Code Wars challenges, because when you're doing it for the Clash of Code, you're competing against other people or robots, same with, like, how Fortnite, I've heard, does it. And I think, at least I think that's what that is, like, what is that, PUBG's Unknown also added bots. And even that, like, I mean, the better you design a video game character or bot, like, the better. But then you're also training up AI to detect behavior for humans, too. So, good luck with that. Oh, yeah, AI kind of scares me. But that's giving a lot of credit to a machine that, unless you actually, like, intend to make it diabolical or accidentally diabolical, you know, I don't know. And as long as you have safety switches and, like, prime directives and know where the override is, always have a back door. I mean, and there's just sometimes you just got to assume some kind of security risk. But, I mean, but the more that we make the general public aware of basic security concepts, the more we can actually counteract a lot of it. I mean, on all honesty, like, because most of it is just like brute force login attempts, and even that, like, we're getting better at that. And then reusing passwords, like people are getting more comfortable with like either having their browser save, which I know that's not even the most secure, but then using a password manager, which in my opinion, even that's not secure. I don't know, like, because it's still all locked down usually with like one master password, and then let's see, where are we at? Okay, we don't need sand. Okay. So that's probably good. We got a lot of dirt. And more dirt. Okay. And alright, I thought that was a cow for a second. I was like, yes, we're gonna bring that back. Do I have coal? Yes, I do have coal. I mean, it's really about the experience. Like, yeah, even if I leave some of that. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to go back and probably re-record and then just do it quicker and just explain. But basically, I'm just kind of talking out loud, rubber ducking the solution. I did the row validator by if row.count and then item is not equal 1, return false. So that means that if there's more than one instance of that item in the row, then it returns false. Now, I was also thinking there is a corner case where I could fail a test down the road. As long as I'm just aware of that, then I can program accordingly once I do the actual tests. Because there's two level of tests. There's like local tests, and then there's like the submit tests where they submit your or you're submitting your code to be run against a whole bunch of more corner cases and edge cases and like just different test variations. Let's see. And then the dolphin. Don't hit the dolphin. All right. Anyways. And it worked. It checked all the rows. I mean, I was going to add some additional code to check to see if it was the numbers 1 through 9. Because I was just checking to see if there was only one unique entry for each one. So that trusted that they didn't put in, like, say, a 12 or a 13. Or, or like a 33 or whatever. So as long as we were checking for that, then we're all good with that one. Now, the second case is the columns. And that's where I started to get hung up. And that's where it took up most of the half hour, was because I was just like, oh, I mean, we need to, whoops. That's what the mine's going to be. So anyways, in fact, we'll go ahead and denote that with this. We'll put stairs and whatnot, but, yeah, we can start terraforming. Then all right, so the column one is different because I was almost building another 2D array, and the input is a 2D array of the like entire Sudoku board. And so then I was trying to keep track of the index that the item was at and then add it to the appropriate list or the appropriate array. But that was kind of difficult. So I don't know. I'm trying to think like a better way to do that would probably be, da da da. So, and it was already getting pretty lengthy too, my solution. And I remember that being the case because I've done this one before. These ones that I looked up, well, I mean, yeah, this was back when it was still blue. At least I'm pretty sure. It could maybe have been an orange one. I don't know. But I'm fairly certain it was a blue. But then again, I've been proven wrong before. But I mean, then again, there is very easily verifiable proof. Like, there's a video of it. But, I don't know. Either way, it's an interesting algorithm. And I wish I could think of... anyways, the hard code way and the way that I'm going to do it now just to like submit it is where you have 9 lists and based on the index, you add it to a different list. So, um, oh, whoops. That was not supposed to happen. All right. But then again, I'm tired because that was a pretty intense half hour of some good coding, and then like it didn't matter. Wait, are these on top? Actually, I'm thinking like, yeah, let's go ahead and just kind of preserve this. I like how it looks now. I mean, already the place that I just did looks kind of bulky compared to the average. So, I don't know. Yeah, we still have quite a bit of dirt and grass dirt, so let's see. Oh, my shovel could use some work. I don't know. I kind of just want to do another. I might do a Code Wars where I just do a bunch of white challenges, like just really easy, simple ones. Because I mean, we're not even like halfway through it with the algorithm. Like it's going to take another half hour or another hour at least. Because so even if we hard code 9 lists and then we use an index and then use a switch even, which well they don't have a switch. They might have like a. Actually, I say that. I think Python does have a switch now, but it's just been added, and I don't know how to implement it. And so rather it'd probably just be, or should I make this like, because if that's the case, then it would just be, I mean, that's not really all that bad, because then we can have a bunch more trees there. Just thinking about the other houses, or if we're just going to keep this as like a single house, or if we're even going to care all that much, because I mean, we've already done like, it's basically like the whole season, and the whole season 4, just like gearing up to come do this, and then doing this. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been way fun. We've covered a lot of ground, both in like socioeconomic and stuff. Oh, and that's the thing. Now I'm like in open discussion with this guy. Like I'm trying not to be too mean, but just like I hate it when people make generalizations, and I get it why they do it, but like the whole gun safety law thing, like in saying that felons shouldn't have their gun rights, like I mean, understand the concerns, and that's why it's like you could start splitting hairs and be like, okay, some felons, like, because first we started off with saying non-violent felons, so, and then it's like punishing someone for life for making a mistake. Ooh, and then the door slams again. So I don't know, and then it's like, and that's my solution. It's a bipartisan solution for the gun rights thing. It's like if you reinstate the 2A for non-violent felons, maybe after 5 years or 10 years after their sentence is over, then cool. You've actually reinstated rights, done a patriotic thing. So, like, the Republicans could be all excited about that. The NRA can be excited about that because that leads to increased sales, and that also leads for a compromise piece. So then the compromise piece is, you have the increased background checks, and as a safety protocol, especially for these positions. And so then, so like I said, yeah, we could do 5 years, 10 years, like a wait period, and that's fine. Or just have it like a special requirement that they have to like pass, I mean, a hunter safety class, which we really should be doing anyway for everyone. It's not that expensive. I mean, the guy I learned from when I was like 5, he was missing a hand. He had a hook for a hand. He had like no legs. He was in a wheelchair. And like, if you're going to learn safety from someone, that was it. Like, whew. And I think South Park even has an episode, not to like mock his disabilities. I think he was a war hero. Like, I mean, I know he was. It was like a war thing, but he didn't blow himself up in his. Actually, wait, did he? Was it like a wood chipper thing? I don't. See, now I don't know because I made the assumption that my pastor was a lesbian back when I used to go to church when I was a kid, and that's not true. She's married to a guy, so. I mean, she kept short hair and like she seemed like it. So I was like, but that was the thing. It's like I didn't care, and I wasn't the only one that thought that. Some of my friends thought that too. And I was like, all right. So, oops. My point being is it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, we would have just carried on, be like, all right, whatever. I mean, ugh. Okay. Yep. Oh, there's the alarm. So, all right. I think I'm gonna go do some Python white challenges, and then I don't know. Maybe I'll do a take two, just explain what happened. So, all right. Talk to y'all or see y'all in the next one. Ta ta.